This is our trading guide on ApolloX. Not only that, we'll go through the features and talk about them, cover them all so you know exactly what's up. So first we head over to ApolloX.finance. It's important that you go to the right website so you don't land up on any phishing sites. I'll have links down below. Once you are at ApolloX.finance, what you do is you connect your wallet. So we're going to go ahead and do that. You can use the ApolloX app, Binance Wallet, MetaMask, or as you can see, a lot of other wallets. We're gonna go ahead and use MetaMask. That is the one I like the most. It will ask you to sign or basically log into ApolloX. When it's your first time, you will also have to select which account you want to connect on your MetaMask. There we can see our account is now connected. We have assets, deposit, withdraw, BNB, Ethereum or Arbitrum, depending on which chain we want to trade on. There's a lot going on with ApolloX, but we will start with the basics and go through all the features and functions on the website. First, I will show you exactly how you deposit assets into ApolloX. This is in order to trade with those assets. We can see assets, we can see withdraw and deposit. We're gonna click the deposit button. You can deposit it to spot or futures trading. It's two different categories. With spot trading, you can only use the amount that you put in, but with futures, you can use leverage in order to get higher leverage on your trades. And thus, these are two different categories and you will select before which one you want to trade on. I'm not gonna lie, I actually think it's really good that they have them split up in two different categories because spot trading and futures or derivatives or leverage trading, it's a completely different beast to tame. Then you select the type of asset that you want to deposit. I'm holding some BNB, so we're gonna do that. So this is a secondary account that I have connected here. This is not my main account, so I just put a small amount of BNB here just to show you guys exactly how it works. So we're gonna do like 0.05 BNB. We're gonna confirm that. It's gonna bring up so we can confirm the transaction. Of course, you can always double check the amount, but this looks about right, so we confirm. Then we just wait a little bit and we can head over to the futures section meanwhile. The first time you connect and head over to futures or spot, you will get a guide and you can actually just watch this guide and go through it. It's pretty straightforward and will teach you a whole lot about the platform. You connect your wallet, transfer funds to futures account as a margin for your perpetual trades to begin with. You can then adjust leverage and switch between cross and isolated margin mode for different symbols. Isolated is basically where you're limited to only the assets that you put in, and cross is where you have access to all of your extra assets to basically extend the range where you trade. You select your order type between limit, market, and then you can also set a stop loss, and then you can close your position or just leave it there and wait for it to hit a stop loss or similar. The first time you click on futures, you will also have to select between classic mode and light mode. We will go ahead and head over to light mode. Light mode is good for those that are new to trading so that you don't end up being overrun by all the different settings, features, and so on. But I believe if you're actually gonna trade long term, you better just learn the classic version and you will see all that you need to see. You will see the order book, you will see the traders, you will see the graph, cross or isolated, basically everything that we just covered. We can see here that available is 15.94 USDT. This is what I can trade with. And here is the magic of leverage. So we only have 15 USDT, but if we scale that up to 50%, basically trading with 50% of this, since we have a 20x leverage, we're looking at trading with 150 USDT. You will get bigger rewards or bigger losses from smaller movements, meaning that you can trade in a market even during a bear market where it's more boring. Looking all the way down here, you might think, why do we have USDT when we deposited BNB? That's because this is multi-asset. It basically means you can trade across multiple assets. When using multi-asset, you will also be using the cross here in order to reach all of those assets when trading. Here's another thing that you will notice when trading the first time. Actually, our deposited amount, $15, is not enough to get going. There's a minimum amount that you can start trading with, and in this example, if I pull it up to 50%, let's say we want to make a trade with 50% of our assets, there's a minimum quantity. Right now it's 23 USDT or 0.001 BTC. And so what we will have to do is deposit a little bit more just to reach that. As you can see from before, it's super simple, 0.023. We confirm that, and we will have put in the rest of the assets that we need in order to start trading. Okay, there we go. The assets just arrived. It only took a couple of seconds, and now we can actually start trading. Multi-asset, and now we can pull it up to, let's say, what we need in order to start trading. If we try 50% again, we just put in a long, and now we can see that it is active right here. You know, the BTC market is not moving the fastest right now, but it will start calculating instantly. There is a cost to putting up this. We could see it here before. It was like 1 USDT or similar. Usually, if you were trading, you would probably use bigger asset chunks, so $1,000 or $500 at a time. And so a 1 USDT fee would be really, really low. Yeah, then we wait, we see what BTC does from here, if it goes up or if it goes down, and then we can take some profits or take losses if that happens. If we head over to spot, you can buy and sell right here. Now we are looking at APX and USDT, the ApolloX token. As we can see, it actually did a really cool peak here. Wow, this was recent. Okay, so just a week ago, it's almost 2x. That is pretty cool. You have limit market and stop limit, where you can add stop losses and so on. Then they have their grid tool. It's basically a grid trading bot that you can use in order to trade over time between certain parameters and hopefully make a profit over time. You set up a strategy, lower higher price, basically between two targets that the bot runs between. And then the number of grids where it will buy and sell between that is pretty straightforward. We have seen a lot of trading bots, and this is basically the same thing. Once you're done, you just close and take profits. I'm not gonna set up a trading bot right now. I would love to do a series in the future though, where I try different trading bots, but they're not that different. They all pretty much work in a similar way, but they do work if the price is ranging between similar numbers. So for example, if we head back here, the 1 day short for Bitcoin, having a trading bot here would actually be a really good idea between like 16K and 27K. It went up, down, up, down, up, down. Every time it did this, you would be making money, which would be really cool. Of course, if it went lower, you would be losing, kind of like holding a spot position, but at least it would be buying automatically while going down. And so it's actually a pretty cool concept. And then when it went back up again, it would be selling that off. Heading over to the next section here, we have their ALP pool. So this is basically where you stake tokens in order to act as liquidity on the platform, and you get big rewards. Just look at this. You can stake their own token for 42.55%, which is just crazy. And then you can scroll down here and see all of their other values and all of their ALP pool positions. Going over to rewards, we can see staking here once again. And here you can stake in order to get APX tokens back as a reward. You will be getting trading rewards while trading, which is also a really cool incentivized program. Here you can see for every epoch there is trading rewards being handed out. And this is really cool to see. It means that the people that are the most dedicated to this protocol or to ApolloX will be getting rewards for trading on here, and they could hold those rewards over time or sell them or similar. But I believe most traders will just be holding them over time. There's a leaderboard where you can see some of the best traders and where you can see people inviting with referrals and so on. Just look at this guy. He made $1.2 million. He's way ahead. And leaderboard people will of course be getting rewards. You can see here $30 all the way up to $150. And this is also in cycles and so on, so that is really cool. Going over to governance, we have talked about this in the previous video, but basically this is where you get to vote on decisions and stuff. You get to decide on features that would be added to ApolloX, but also asset trading pairs and so on. Heading over to more, we can actually see a lot of other things here. You can see API documents, ApolloX Explore, their NFT lottery and so on. There are a lot of things right here. The cool thing here with ApolloX that makes it a big deal compared to other platforms that you really should know is that ApolloX has their own API, so other projects can utilize ApolloX on different blockchains, in different projects, on different communities, and so on. Basically, anyone will get access to trading through ApolloX. For example, PawnSwap, that I've also done a few videos on, they will be launching their own trading services, but right now, in order to start building their platform, start getting trading fees and so on, they are working with ApolloX, and everyone that is trading on PawnSwap right now is actually trading through ApolloX, which is a really cool product that they are launching to other crypto companies. But for now, we have focused on the futures, spot, grid trading tools, and also the liquidity providing. Right now, we're just sitting here. I'm gonna close the position. We could be waiting for it to be in a profit, but right now, let's just close it. We'll hit the market button, order submitted, and as you can see, we got all our USDT back. They take a tiny amount of your entire trading position, and even when I'm trading with small amounts like 25 USDT, you can see that you can still very easily profitably trade here on the platform. But for now, this has been the guide on ApolloX. As you can see, it's pretty damn straightforward. I'll have some more guides coming up here soon. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.